Hi again, welcome back to another episode of Speak Up for Blue TV, where you get the latest, greatest, and not so greatest ocean news happening around the world today. And you get my take on it. And who am I? My name's Andrew Lewin, founder of SpeakUpForBlue.com, a website dedicated to supporting the ocean conservation movement through education, awareness, and action. Welcome to the Monday show. Today we're going to talk about dolphins. One of my favorite subjects, one of the animals that I fell in love with when I first got into marine science and marine biology. Now, a video was recently uploaded to YouTube and caught from a Dana Point whale watching vessel around just off the coast of Orange County, California, sailing into the sunset, a beautiful picture of sailing into a sunset surrounded by hundreds of dolphins riding along beside with it. I mean, this is one of the most picture-perfect moments that I've ever seen. So I want you to take a look, and I want you to tell me after. I want you to think about what you're seeing and what you think is happening in this scene while you watch it. So just stay tuned.
I don't know. I've never been down.
I mean, what a beautiful sight. This is one of the most, like I said before, one of the most picture-perfect things. You couldn't have said it better in a story or in a fairy tale where you sail into the sunset, surrounded by hundreds of dolphins. I mean, this is amazing. You know, it's quite the phenomenon that I've had the pleasure of actually experiencing. Not as many dolphins, but when I was on a research vessel in the Gulf of Mexico, I would see dolphins riding the bow, and this is what they're doing. It's called bow riding. Dolphins ride along the bow of the ship, and they go as fast as the ship goes, and they just kind of ride along in the waves, and they jump all around, and they zigzag in front of the boat and everything, and they go all over the place. It's one of the most phenomenal things to see. I mean, you just see how quick they are, how fast they are, and how agile they are. And you know, what I witnessed was a small pod of dolphins. In one situation, there was a mother and her calf. I mean, it was just one of those things where you just feel so good. Now, the video on YouTube has got over 1 million hits, way over 1 million hits right now. And some of the comments actually kind of bothered me in this from the video, like that were made on the YouTube page, because you know, a lot of the comments had just negative things to say. So one was saying that, you know, the dolphins were being chased by the boat and it was an escape response by the dolphins. They were escaping for their lives. Others referenced Taiji, Japan. Of course, Taiji, Japan is where in the movie The Cove was based on, and it's where fishermen herd these dolphins into a small cove and, of course, brutally murder them for meat and to sell as meat and other things. You know, and other people were referencing negative association with negative impacts about the people who are whale watching, calling them rednecks and things like that are watching these dolphins escape for their lives. And it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, now I know there's a lot of negative things lately that have been reported on about whales and dolphins, including, you know, some of the stuff that we've published here on Speak Up for Blue. But we have to remember that this is not one of those negative events that are associated with whales and dolphins. These are one of these phenomena that have been witnessed for hundreds of years by boaters, and maybe even longer by boaters, you know, that we see all the time, and that we can actually feel a connection. When I witnessed what I witnessed in the Gulf of Mexico, dolphins bow riding, I felt this overwhelming connection to the oceans and to the dolphins themselves. It was almost like a natural high where I didn't want it to end. And it was one of the best feelings that I've ever had. It made me feel lucky to even have witnessed that in the middle of the ocean, you know, nothing really around other than these dolphins and our ship, and just going at it, just sailing along. And it was one of those best things to see. Now, I hate to think that people automatically assume when they see a video like this that humans interacting with dolphins are actually hurting them all the time. So, you know, we have to remember, yes, there are many things that are wrong with the ocean. There are many issues that we have to face and overcome. But there are also many things that are great, including this event, this bow riding event. So the reason why I'm making this video is really my point is I want to make I want you to know that you should stay positive about the ocean. When you stay positive about the oceans, good things will happen. We'll overcome these issues one by one eventually, and we'll keep doing the good fight. And that's what sort of my point of this whole video is to make. Not really said the way I wanted to, but that's how I feel. And that's what this is all about. So what do you think? What did you think? My question of the day to you is, what did you think about this video? What was your first thought that crossed your mind when you first saw this video? Did you think it was an escape response? Did you think the dolphins were in danger and a boat was chasing them to hunt them down and kill them? Or did you think it was just a regular whale watching experience where people were just watching people had this great picturesque view of the sunset and watching hundreds of dolphins kind of just swimming alongside, having a good time? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to share this video as much as possible. Get people talking about this issue and this video that you saw here today, because we want people to talk about it. I don't want these myths to always overcome in a negative aspect. I want people to enjoy the ocean just as much as we have to face the issues in the ocean. So share as much as possible. Subscribe above. Click here just to see the last video that we made last week. And of course, click the annotation below to see everything we've made at our channel, at Speak Up for Blue at our YouTube channel. And of course, my name is Andrew Lewin, founder of SpeakUpForBlue.com. Have a great day. I will see you on Tuesday. Happy conservation.